One of the main problems I find with karate is people are very rigid with their bodies, and then they can't do things outside of the box. How many of you have been doing this for a long time with tension and locking yourself into this frame? Because I have to have perfectly straight shoulders, my hips are straight, and I go like this in a circle and I never go anywhere. That is perfectly fine if you have an opponent that's sitting here like this and you have a wide open shot right up the middle. The problem is people move. And when they move, you have to deviate to fit them. And you can't do that if your hips are bad. So you have to understand where the point of balance is. If you're like this, point of balance is relatively easy because everything is lined up. But if you watch a baseball batter, a lot of times what they'll do is when they load, you'll see this tilt. You see the tilt in golf. You see tilts when people throw. Why? Because that's how the body works. So you have to understand how the body counterbalances. If I just tip, I fall. But if my hips are relaxed and I let them tip, and then here, I have a counterbalance and I can move properly. There are times when people punch at you and you have to move. And when you move, you have to kick your hips so that your head gets out of the way and that you're in position to deliver power. I understand that ideally, most Asian martial arts want to center and root and come from here with weight. And that's fine until you're actually in the middle of it and someone's trying to take your head off and you have to move. The downside of this is often that you have to move, reset, and then go. If your hips are flexible and your body's flexible, when people swing at you, you can evade and hit on the motion, which takes a step out of the equation and makes your fighting better. So, how you practice this at home is do your normal work, that's fine, but then put yourself into a position that's bad. And then see how you can reline up. Kick yourself out, right? Why? Because if someone punches at you, sometimes I have to move. Sometimes it's not a choice. You think you're going to block everything, you're wrong. Sometimes things come out of the blue and you don't have time to get that hand there. And the only chance you have is to try and escape and not take it in the teeth. But when you do that, you can either go like this and then plod back to here and go like this, or you can try and escape and then try to come back. So come to a position of uncomfortableness and see how you can come out of it. All the time you should be playing with how does my body work and how can I bring force. If you can only do these out of one position, when you fight someone who doesn't allow you to have that position, you're in trouble. So experiment with the body, you'll have better luck.